guys, it's SugarPlumSimss here and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a collab, which is really exciting because I've been wanting to post this collab for a while now. Well, actually I haven't been wanting to post it, but I have been pretty excited for when I did post it, and this is a collab with the wonderful Simply Caity, who has her own channel, and she does some really good videos on her channel, so you should definitely check it out. I will of course have all her links in the description. So basically this collab is building our dream homes, because Caity asked me on Twitter if we'd like to do a collab together, and of course I said yes, because to be honest I've been wanting to do a build collab for quite a while, and I was wondering who to ask, and I was probably going to end up asking her anyway, which was quite the coincidence. So it was great. I was pretty excited when she did ask me, and we sort of brainstormed for ideas, and I suggested we build our dream homes, and she was up for doing that, so here we are now. And also, sorry if I sound sick, I have been kind of sick for the past few days now, and obviously it's also Easter, so I've been kind of having some chocolate, which I probably shouldn't have because it's only going to make me more ill. So if I do sound a bit croaky, or if I have to cut off quickly to cough, then that is why. And also we have been kind of working on this collab now for a couple of weeks because well, one, it took me ages to build this house, which is why it has also been split up into two parts, although I will most likely upload them at the same time so you don't have to wait for them. But we have been kind of in the works for this collab for a while now, and Caity had some personal stuff, and I've been sick, and I also went on a mini hiatus. I don't know how to say that, but I'm back now, and hopefully I am going to be well enough to do some more videos, because I haven't really been recording anything because I've been ill, but I am definitely almost recovered. It should take a couple of days and then my voice will no longer sound like Kermit the Frog's voice, I don't know. So I really enjoyed doing this collab, and I really had fun building my dream home. And I will be honest, I did take a sneak peek at Caity's house. Well, I mean, she did send me a picture of it on Twitter, which was cool to see how she was getting on, and it looked really good then. And then she uploaded it a few hours ago, and obviously I'm still doing my voiceover now. And I can't remember whether we had already agreed to something that I've completely forgotten, but I thought we were uploading tomorrow, which would be Saturday. And because obviously Caity lives in Australia, our time zones are very different, so either I just got the time zone wrong, or I've forgotten about something. But anyway, if you have already seen Caity's video and you've come from her channel, then, well, hello first of all, and sorry that it's taken me a few hours to get this out. I don't know how many hours it will be by the time I actually end up uploading this from when Caity uploaded her video, but hopefully it's not too long. I've already made the thumbnails, and I've also already edited together part 2, which is quite good. And also these are two half-an-hour part builds, which is why I had to split it up into 2 builds. And also Caity had to split up her build into 2 parts as well, which is good because we kind of both have 2 parts, which is probably a bit more convenient. And anyway, so, well, this is my dream house first of all, and I don't know whether it's 100% how I would want my dream house, and obviously I had already basically finished the entire structure by the time I had kind of realized I wasn't entirely sure whether this is what my dream house would look like. Obviously, if I ever were able to build my own house, which probably won't happen, but it would probably be a lot smaller than this because this is quite a big build, and it also probably, I don't know, I'd probably have a bit more curvature. I don't know, like it's just a bit boxier than I would have wanted it to be. And I mean, apart from that, I really love this house and I would definitely live in it. And basically, if I had my dream home, I'd love tall ceilings, and I really like having warm colours in a house. I don't want it, when I say warm colours, I don't want it to be kind of like cabiny. I just would want it to be like dark wooden floors and maybe black framed windows and, well, lots of tall ceilings. And what else? But I also would want a lot of light in the build, which is why I added a lot of windows, as you can probably tell. And I would probably have my dream home in a bit more of a remote area if I had as many windows as this build has. I have to cough, sorry. I'm just going to quickly pause to cough because I feel like I have something stuck in my throat right now. Okay, sorry about that. I am back, and I also took off my jumper because I was getting a bit hot. And so what I was talking about was, I can't remember, but we are going on to a new subject anyway. So I was struggling a bit at the front of the house, especially when it came to the landscaping. I struggled so much with the landscaping until I figured out what I wanted to do. I really love the back of the house. I think the front of the house could have done with a bit more work and maybe a bit more thought that could have gone into it. But I do really like how it turned out in the end, and I added a load of flowers because I love the colourful flowers that came with Romantic Garden. And the back of the house I definitely love as well because I have added a bunch of landscaping, and there's also not as much like open land because I obviously probably wouldn't be running around my house because I'm just like not fit at all because I just don't like sports, okay? And I'm pretty sure hardly anyone really likes running and stuff. I mean, I would kind of like to go jogging, but I'm just like not very comfortable with it, so I guess I just haven't gone jogging ever really in my life. And also, actually, on Twitter, I was kind of contemplating whether I wanted to do a face reveal soon. And also, sorry, I still sound like a dying cat or something with my throat, but anyway, moving on from that. But I was considering doing a face reveal soon, and I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do it maybe for like 200 subscribers or just post a picture on Twitter without really any plans to it, because I don't want to make a big deal out of it. And I did discuss this on Twitter, and I got a lot of lovely advice and feedback from that, and most of you said just to do it whenever I felt comfortable. And especially yesterday, I was just kind of getting ready for bed, and in the mirror I was just like, yeah, I'd be comfortable with doing a face reveal quite soon, so yeah, maybe I might do that soon. I guess it's a matter of looking my best, I guess I could say that, really. I mean, I'm not 100% like, I'm like comfortable with it, but at the same time I am slightly self-conscious, so I'd have to probably like make sure I looked alright, you know. But yeah, so I will probably do a face reveal, and then you can see my face, and that's the end of that story. But anyway, so with this fence thing, I don't think I end up fencing it in, just because also it's in like a beachy area, and I don't think you really need to fence it in. But I had seen something because, who was it? Devon Bumpkin. On his Zoella house build, he like recreated Zoella's house, or just Zoe's house as most of you probably know her, and he did this thing with the fence, which is how Zoe and Alfie's house has like the fence on the outside, and I really loved how he made their fence look in The Sims 4. So I was kind of trying to figure out how to do that at the front, but it just did not look right. And also, I don't know, I guess this house doesn't really need a front fence. Also just because it's so big, I didn't want it to look really boxy or anything. And I also moved the house around a lot on this lot because also, well, one, it's a very big lot. It's a 64 by 64, which is the biggest lot in the game. And two, I just wasn't sure whether I wanted the house. And I was also fiddling around the fence at the back, and I think I add a bit more sort of white to the build so that it wasn't as dark, because I really like adding these white details. I can't remember the name of it. Is it like a freezer? I'm not sure, but I kind of like adding that because it makes the build look a bit more clean cut and everything. And I think to start with, I was going to add a mini like maze at the front of the house just to fill up some space. But when I was building it, I was thinking, I don't want a maze in my dream home. It's just not something I would really have. But I do add a few sort of flower patches and everything. So I think that ends up working quite well. And I add lots of trees and greenery, and I add, I think, 2 natural ponds. Well, there's like a small sort of water thing on the left side of the build at the front, and then there's this pond which has like a mini waterfall that goes into it, which I've seen Devon Bumpkin do quite a few times in his builds, so I thought that was also quite cool. And also, actually, speaking of Devon Bumpkin, I've been trying to build a holiday. Oh, sorry, I sounded really bad just then. But I've been trying to build. I've been trying to build a holiday resort for his San Myshuno series because I think it's like a mini competition type thing. I don't know, you can win a stuff pack, but I'm not really doing it for that. I'm just doing it because I want to build a holiday resort because I thought that was kind of cool. But basically, you have to build a holiday resort, and this is for his Myshuno Heights series, which is a very good series, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. I think though that you need like parental permission or something, because it does cover a few more mature topics, which I guess for younger viewers is probably not as good. For like, what am I trying to say? Just like, if parents wouldn't want their children listening to that type of stuff, then they should probably sort of censor it. So I've been trying to build that resort, and I've been kind of stressed building it because he said it was for his 19th of April episode, which is 3 days away, and I don't know whether I need to have it like uploaded to the gallery by what would it be, like a day before he uploads, or 2 days before, or even just uploading it on the 19th of April, which is like when he said his episode would be. I'm just kind of a bit confused with that, and I'm also slightly stressed because I still haven't finished building it yet. I furnished about half of it, and I've already finished the exterior part, but I still need to do things like landscaping. And I'm just like trying to get that going and finished and everything by sort of, well, I guess I wanted to finish it by today, but then I realized I still had to do this collab, and I've just had like a lot to do, plus I have things like homework and schoolwork and all that, so yeah, a bit stressful, but I am trying to work with it. And I guess after I finish doing the voiceovers for these videos, I should probably finish working on that, plus upload this, because I think like Caity hasn't gotten back to me whether she wants to like take down her collab and upload it at the same time, or whether I'm just going to upload it after when I'm done, which that will probably be the case. I'll probably upload it once I'm done and she doesn't have to take down her video or anything, which I wasn't expecting anyway. But obviously if she's in a different time zone, she's like 10 hours ahead. 9:30. It's 9:30 p.m. right now. which is quite late to be doing a voiceover, I'll admit, but it needed to be done. So like 9:30, 10:30, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think it might be, I think, 7 a.m. where she is, which is quite early, so I wouldn't expect her to be up by then. And also, sorry for my dreadful counting if that was annoying you, because I'm not very good at doing maths on the spot. Like, being honest, I'm good at maths, I think, but it's just when I have to do maths sort of before I understand maths, I'm really bad at it, and then obviously once I figure out how to do it, I'm pretty good at maths and I can do it quite quickly. So I mean, obviously I'm sure that's with everyone anyway, but with me, I'm just probably a bit more slow than most people before I actually understand something. So we did like a little entrance thing, which you probably saw, and I really love it, especially in the screenshots. This part of the video doesn't have any screenshots. No, not this part. This like part of the collab doesn't have any screenshots because I thought you'd probably want to see it once I've like at the end of seeing me build it, if that makes sense. Probably should. So no screenshots this part, but definitely next part, and I've already edited that part together anyway. I just need to record the voiceover for it. And also happy Easter, because when I'm recording it, it's still Easter for me. I mean, obviously when you're watching it won't be, unless you're in America, so it should still be the evening in America, the evening of like Easter. And I've been eating chocolate today, which has been probably a bad idea because my throat is dying right now. Well, I mean, it's not really dying because obviously the throat can't die, but I am struggling slightly to make sure that my voice doesn't end up sounding really croaky, which it definitely does. I'm just trying to fix it a bit better. Well, that doesn't make sense anyway. I struggled. There's this one cheat in the game which I use quite often when I build, and every single time I can never remember what it is. What is it? bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. I don't know what it is, but I use it a lot, and each time I cannot remember for the life of me what the cheat is, and it's very annoying because I use it a lot, and each time I have to look it up quite frequently, so I need to figure out how to remember it, because even though I have what is it? It's the command center mod? I don't know, MC command center mod. And I have no idea how to use it. I don't even know if it's probably installed into my game. And if I had it working, I think you can do it so that you can do cheats with just like a single letter. But since I actually don't know whether I've even installed it correctly, I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet. So I need to figure it out. And I have been using a few mods recently that, just because I haven't really used many mods before. Obviously I've used custom content a lot, but for mods I think I had the Simicide mod, which is a mod where you can basically just kill a sim with a command, which is a very odd and slightly disturbing mod to have in your game alone. I did that mainly for the Big Sister challenge because it's very useful when you're playing to just simply kill off a character with a command rather than having to starve them out. Although that could just be me being lazy, probably. But I've also got the Tropical Getaway mod by Simply Nando, and that is a very good mod, and I've also been using it for building the Maishuna Holiday Resort. And what else have I got in my mods folder? I think I also have the multiple plant placement mod, which basically means you can place like greenery plants and stuff very easily by just like repeatedly placing them rather than keep having to like click the plant in the... Okay, I'm terrible at explaining this. Look it up. It's repeat placement plant mod. I don't know what it's called. That's bad of me. I should probably know. It's probably quite easy to find anyway. I found it because I saw Hatsi using it and I think she recommended it, and I've always struggled a lot with my plants, how you have to like click on it multiple times every time you want to place down a plant. But now that I have it, it's very useful indeed. And also this living room area I actually love. I'd love to have something like this in real life with 2 stories and really tall ceilings and like a big fireplace and stuff, and definitely a big TV. I'd love to have a big TV. And I struggle a bit with the lights, but I use these lights from Spa Day, and I think I size them up. I'm pretty sure I do. But yeah, that's the living room area, and I really love how it turned out. And I also think I added in 2 studies instead of 1, which was a bit stupid of me, but I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of, it's like not bad to have 2 studies, because you can have 1 study for recording and then just 1 study for general work or like personal stuff. So I mean, that's pretty good and pretty handy. Plus there's 1 on the top floor and 1 on the bottom floor, so you don't really have to move, which is perfect for lazy people like me. I definitely love to have something like that. And whoa, sorry, my voice is just crazy today. And what is my favorite part of this build actually? Because I mean, obviously pretty much everything in this build is like my favorite thing, because obviously I picked everything to be my favorite thing. I love the entrance area. That is one of my favorite parts. And then what else? I love the back garden. Especially something that I did over the pool, which you will see in the second part. And I also love the living room area, obviously, and I just love how open plan this house is. That's another thing actually. I'd love to have a house that was really open plan. My house at the moment isn't very open plan. Literally all the rooms are behind doors, and all of them are like encased in walls. See, I'm using all the wrong vocabulary here. I don't think I should be using encased to describe, like, I think it's enclosed behind walls. I don't know. So we kind of like start off working in the back garden area, but I don't think I finish it. I just sort of add some chairs and like a barbecue area, and I have yet to player test that barbecue yet, because now that I look at it, I'm not entirely sure whether it will work. I think it might work. I hope it does, because I actually really like how that looks. But if it doesn't work, I'll just have to replace it, because I still haven't uploaded this build yet, which I need to do. But once I do that, it should all work before I upload it. And I also kind of struggle figuring out sort of rooms to put. So I do sort of like a standard lounge without a TV or anything, and then there's just like a piano and a guitar, because I am learning to play the piano, and I also can kind of play the guitar. Not really. Well, I mean, there's this game on the Xbox which I think I've described before. It's called Rocksmith, and is it Rocksmith? I think it's just Rocksmith. Actually, I have it beside my bed. Not beside my bed, beside my desk. Hang on 1 second. You'll probably hear my chat, and I'm probably also getting quieter, but I am going to look at it quickly. When is it? Haven't found it yet. Okay. Right. Sorry about that. Yeah, it is just called Rocksmith, and I haven't been able to play it, which is so sad, because I don't have the guitars yet. I'm still waiting for them to come, because we like moved back in September, but we didn't bring all our stuff with us, so I'm still waiting for some of our other stuff to come, including the electric guitar, acoustic electric guitar, and just like the normal acoustic. I think just the normal. I can't remember whether we even brought like a guitar. No, I think all three. See, they're my dad's guitars, they're not mine, because I'm not that obsessed with guitars that I'd actually buy three, and also I don't think I'd have the money to buy three anyway. But it is very handy having a dad who has three guitars, and with the two like electric guitars, well, one's acoustic electric, but they're both electric, and you can play Rocksmith on them, which is a game where it kind of shows you the chords to play, and you can just play them, and there's a bunch of different songs on there, and it's a lot of fun. So if you are into playing the electric guitar, I would definitely recommend it, or even if you just want to learn, because when I started playing it, I was a complete noob at playing the guitar. I did not know anything, and then I eventually learned, and I can kind of play some songs on there, but they're quite basic, and there's not a huge amount of chords in them. But I mean, I'm still learning, and I'm still waiting for the guitar to come so that I can play some more, because both me and my dad really want to play it, because it is a very fun game, and I do love playing the guitar and also the piano. I'm not very good at reading sheet music. I struggle a lot with the piano sheet music. I can read like the top bar, but I can't really read the bottom very easily. And then instead, I've just been using this on YouTube. You can get like, it shows you the notes as they come down to the keyboard, and then you can just like play them as they come, and I've been using that, and that's been quite helpful. And I can play Hallelujah, Treat You Better, and I mean, that's probably it, to be honest. I played a few more songs, but they're really basic, and they don't have a huge amount of chords in them, so they're genuinely quite easy to play. So, I mean, if you have a piano, I'd definitely check it out. I don't know what the channel is called, though. But you should probably find it. Just, like, look up a song that you like, and then just space piano, and then you should be able to find it, and it's quite fun to play. Also, actually, funny story that happened yesterday. Well, is it funny? Probably not. I'm not the best at storytelling, so it probably won't be funny. But anyway, so we were walking up to W.H. Smith. We were hunting down Easter eggs because it's the day before Easter, and for some reason my family decided to leave it the day before to find Easter eggs, and they were all sold out, which was to be expected. So we were hunting down Easter eggs. We went into 4 different shops, and then we also were trying to buy PVA glue for my little sister who was making slime or something. I don't know. She likes doing weird inventions, you know. So anyway, we were looking for glue, so we went to W.H. Smith, and as we were walking there, one of my eyes randomly started streaming tears, and I have no idea why. I was walking there, and suddenly I felt like one of my eyes was about to like start crying, but it wasn't. It was only in one eye, and I have no idea why that is. I mean, you listening here are probably thinking I'm super weird and everything, but I don't know why it was just happening in one eye. I mean, if I was just crying randomly, I mean, I'm sure that's probably happened before to me, like when I just start crying, and I'm not sure why. Although we were also walking past a sad song, which is not the reason I was crying, but it was probably a factor leading to it, unless it was just some smoke. I don't know. I mean, I kind of found it funny at the time, and so did my dad, but you watching this probably think I'm just being weird and laughing at my own jokes. Well, I'm not even laughing, but yeah, anyway, so we are coming up to the end of the build, are we? Again, since I've kind of stopped the recording a couple of times because I needed to cough and stuff, I've lost count of like how far we are into the build, although I'm pretty sure we are coming up to the end now. Yeah, so the next part will come up pretty much straight after this build, so if you're waiting for that, then don't be. I'm sure it's probably come up on like the side of the screen under recommendations, I don't know, or just like go to my channel page and it should be there. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed watching. Obviously stay tuned for part 2, and also thank you so much because we are very, very close to 200 subscribers. We are only 3 away. I think 3 away. On my channel page it said 3, but I'm not sure. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, give this a big thumbs up, and Also subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video.